Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica and today is another episode of Clone Wars. This is a series that my girl Amanda and I do together where we shop our own stash to dupe popular palettes, palettes on request, anything that we might be interested in that we're trying to talk ourselves out of buying because we are both on a no buy. And yeah, so we just kind of shop our own stash to see if we have colors that are similar, whether the finish is the exact same or not, but anything that we can feasibly create a very similar look that we could possibly get if we actually had that palette in our collection. And we know that our dupes are not exact. We're not saying that they are exact. We would never do that, and we would never tell you not to go out and buy a palette if that's really what you want to do. We're just simply trying to offer alternatives for ourselves as well as other people that might be watching. So that being said, getting the disclaimer out of the way, we are duping by request the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette. Say that 10 times really fast. I had to slow it down a little bit so I could say it once. But I did okay with this one. I don't think that I did fantastic. And I think because a lot of these are more cooler toned reds and I tend to naturally gravitate to more warmer toned reds, I feel like I did okay, and I feel like I could get a very similar look, but it definitely would not be exact. But I'm okay with that. So let me show you what I have. I am going to have the picture of the palette somewhere up here, probably up here because I'll be swatching right here for you. My always awkward left-handed swatches, but let's get into this. There are 9 shadows in this. They are very cleverly named shadows 1 through 9, and they have no other names except for number 1, number 2, number 3, at least as far as Temptalia is concerned, and they're usually on top of that stuff, so I believe them that there are no color names. All right, let's get into it. I, of course, am going to start, if I can speak, at the top left and work right, then go down to the second row, so on and so forth. That's what I do. Unless, you know, it's like that weird Fenty one that was kind of a circle with one in the middle, and, you know, that was difficult. All right, let's get on to this shade number 1. You guys, if you've been watching me a lot recently, you will see this quite frequently. This is the Coastal Scents Peach Puff. It's a good thing that I still have this because it is on its last legs. Let me give you a swatch of that. I'm going to swatch down here because it's a little less awkward. That is Peach Puff for eyeshadow number 1. Moving on to eyeshadow number 2. This is something that you can't get anymore because Coastal Scents no longer carries it. It is one of their mica pigments, and it is in the Blue Claret Pearl Mica. If you can see that there. It is loose. I'm going to try not to spill it all over myself because, you know, I have a habit of doing that. And I'm going to try not to get too awful much on my finger because it is a loose powder. There is that one. Let me close this back up before I make a mess. Most of these are hot pots. Everything is Coastal Scents, so I guess I don't really need to keep saying that. Everything is Coastal Scents. So let's get on to number 3. This is the shade Foxy Pink. Let me get that swatch for you. This is a really pretty shade. I don't use this frequently, and I often forget that I have it, but it's very pretty. And let's see, number 4 is like this deep berry matte kind of color, and I have chosen to put it on my finger before I even tell you what it is. It is American Rose. You guys have seen this a few times before. And here is that shade. I absolutely love this one. Moving on to the middle shade, number 5. I have gone back into my mica collection from Coastal Scents, and I have chosen Foliage Flutter. Hopefully you can see that right there. This is one of those odd duochrome colors that it doesn't necessarily look in the little jar as it does when you're wearing it. it looks very different. And that is that one. And I don't know if you're going to get the shift on my camera or not, but it definitely shifts. Okay, moving on to shade number 6 while I close this up so I don't make a big mess with this one. And thankfully, this is my last loose pigment to show you. Everything else is still out there if you were needing to get something. Let me see if I can pull this off the magnet. This is Panama Rose. I'm sure you guys have seen this quite a few times. It is another staple in my collection. There is Panama Rose. And going on to the third and final row, shade number 7 is, what is this? Venetian Red. You can see my finger is stained from all of these swatches. It's a good thing they're all like in the same color family. And there is that shade right there, Venetian Red. My last hot pot, this is for the 8th shade. This is Island Coral. And let me get you a swatch of this one. If you hear that odd noise, my dog is laying directly behind me and he is dreaming. So he's making some funny sounds back there. That is Island Coral. And the last one is just a kind of a mid-tone, not quite bubblegum pink, but close. I am in the Coastal Scents 88 palette, and I have gone with this shade right here. Let me give you a swatch of that. This one is just ever so slightly brighter than the one in the palette. It's a little more cool, like more of a blue pink, and that is it. That is my interpretation, my Shop Your Stash version of the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette, and I like it. I actually like all of these colors, but I did have a hard time with this one. I'll be completely honest with you there. I had difficulty because where visually I don't normally gravitate towards these colors, I actually really like to wear them. So I should have more of them in my collection. No, I really shouldn't. Not till these are gone, but I don't know why I don't have more in my collection. I don't need to go get them. I hope that makes sense. This is my brain. It is almost 11 o'clock at night while I'm filming. And yeah, I've got to get this edited really quick so that I can get it up for 12:15. Yeah, so just over an hour. This will hopefully be live. That's how close that I'm cutting it here, folks, because that's how I roll. Kids are asleep, husband's at work, and I'm filming and editing. What are you going to do? Anyway, I really hope you liked this dupe, and I know not everyone will, but that's okay. You can't please all the people all the time. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with the dupes, and I don't feel like I need to go buy this palette, so I guess that is the whole point of this for me. Anyway, I really hope you go check out my girl Amanda. She's going to be linked down below. I have a feeling I know what she used to dupe hers because this is her color family. This is what she likes. So she has a lot more of these types of colors to choose from, but I still think I know what she's going to choose. And I'm going to ask her in a minute because we've been texting back and forth, and I have a feeling I know. I really hope you go check her out because you know, she's got some good makeup. She really does. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.